Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be talking about self-worth. And I know I repeat a lot about like loving yourself, and it's a lot easier said than done. But I kind of just want to make my entire YouTube channel about my journey and how I've come to love myself and how I express myself, because I know who I am, and a lot of people, they don't know who they are because they're so focused on pleasing other people and on external validation that they neglect themselves. And growing up, it was seen as selfish to love yourself, and it was seen as selfish to just care for yourself. And I realized that it's not selfish. You need to care for yourself in order to care for others. And a lot of the time, I went through shitty relationships because I didn't love myself, and I've mentioned that. But a lot of people, they go through really toxic relationships and they don't realize it, and they know that they're not happy, but they choose to stay because they think maybe it'll get better, or maybe he or she will love them the way that you love them. And a lot of the time, I realize that the reason we stay in toxic relationships is because we treat ourselves the same way that we allow others to treat ourselves. And if we're in a toxic relationship, we may think that we deserve that and we don't deserve happiness, but we do, and we deserve to be treated fairly and equally. But if we stay in a toxic relationship, then it kind of just shows a reflection of what we think about ourselves, and our outer world is just a reflection of our inner world. So if you are at peace with your outer world, then you know that you are at peace in your inner world. But if your outer world is full of chaos and drama and hatred and negativity, most likely inside is drama, chaos, negativity, and you may suffer depression, you may suffer anxiety, you may just have all of these things. And it's really hard to get help if you don't acknowledge it, and if you don't want to be honest with yourself. A lot of the time in my past, I dealt with depression and I didn't want to admit it. And I also didn't want to open up or tell people because I never wanted to see other people I didn't want other people to see me suffer. I just wanted to put on this perfectionism and show the mask of the strong, tough woman I am that doesn't cry, that doesn't have emotions, and that loves everyone. Actually, no, because in the past I didn't. I actually just hated people in general. Well, I hated bad people. And now it's like I choose to be happy. I choose to have love for people, and I choose to look for the best in people, but sometimes that can get me in bad situations because I'm too nice sometimes, which is why boundaries is a very, very important lesson to learn, especially just throughout your everyday. And a lot of the times you may be worried that setting boundaries and speaking up will break a relationship, but it actually builds and strengthens a relationship, because if you allow people to walk all over you and to take advantage of you, you are going to be sad and you're going to be angry with yourself, and it's just going to create all of this hatred for the people that take advantage of you. But when you speak up and you set boundaries and you tell people how you feel in a nice way and not oh, well, you did this, and like, don't attack someone, because if you want true communication, you can't just fire at someone. You have to be willing to be patient, listen. And a lot of the times in relationships, someone may get upset about like the smallest thing, but they're not truly upset about that thing. They might have gotten a little upset about it, but if they are having full on mental breakdowns over a dirty dish, it's most likely 99% chance it's not about a dirty dish. It is probably about how they feel that they need to ask other people to do something for them, or it's all just a deeper wound. And until we allow ourselves to feel and acknowledge what we're running from, we're just putting a band-aid on it and continuing. And we can't do that because we are all traumatized, wounded children, because a lot of the times children are neglected and they're ignored, and then they feel this need to get acceptance from everyone that they love, or from just people in general. They feel like they need to be accepted in this world. And I think something that no one realizes is that we are the ones that need to accept ourselves. And if we don't feel pretty enough, if we don't feel smart enough, if we don't feel funny enough, if we don't feel fulfilled enough, then that is going to reflect in the outer world. But then there's people that are just so greedy and full of money hungry mentality, and I completely understand wanting a lot of money. I mean, everyone does, but you can't really hold on to something that isn't yours to keep and wasn't yours to begin with. So if you hold on to anything too tightly, you are going to lose it. You are going to just crush it and it's gonna disappear. So you can't really hold on to the materialistic, because then you just won't be fulfilled. And a lot of the times I would always work for the money and not for the job, and I hated it. I hated the job, I hated the people, I hated everything about it, and I hated the way that I allowed myself to be treated. But if you do something to get the fulfillment of the job and to get the emotional fulfillment that you need by following in your dreams, then the abundance will just come automatically. And if you are happy, then the universe is going to bring happiness towards you, and the universe is going to give you the fulfillment that you are looking for. But if you are in this lack mentality of I can't, I won't, that's not true, then that's exactly what's gonna happen. But if you get out of that mentality and start saying, I can do this, I will do this, I am this, I don't know, I'm going to go and do that, then you will. And that is exactly how you manifest. But we manifest on a subconscious level where our thoughts become the reality, the actions become the reality. And you may not realize it. Most people do not realize it because they don't think about it on a deeper level of, why is my life like this? Why do I think like this? Who programmed me to think like this? And we are just reflections of our parents, our grandparents, our ancestors, their beliefs put onto us. And then we get in that mentality, and I was always surrounded by the lack mentality. I feel like most people are. And I just felt like I was letting my life go to waste. I was 17, 18, I'm like, damn, like, I'm gonna die soon, and my life is just, it's getting wasted away. But then I realized that's not true, because you speak your life into the reality. And I always thought that my life feels like it's on 2 times speed, which is why I am constantly changing every single day. I'm improving myself more and more and more, and I'm just gonna get better and better. But something that I'm just trying to express is to figure out who you are and to stop trying to be a copycat of everyone else, because it's not gonna work. You can't be someone else. You are you, and that's enough, and that is okay, because you can be who you want to be. And I realized I didn't like who I was, so I changed to who I wanted to be. I changed to the person who I am and who I knew my soul was. So I allowed my inner self to come out, and it took a lot of work and it was pretty painful, but I released and I allowed anything that hurt me to go out into the world, and I let it go, because every close has a rebirth, every death has a rebirth, and I allowed my past me to die, and I had a rebirth, and I am going through another transition because I am setting the healthy boundaries I need to, and I am fixing all of my relationships that were just broken and distant and completely fallen apart throughout the years, and setting boundaries strengthened it. And now I'm not afraid to speak my truth. I'm not afraid to say, oh, I want to go do this. I have to go do this. I want to do that. If I want to do it, I'm going to do it. And I know a lot of information, and I get a lot of information from my tarot and through tarot readings and everything. And I know that a lot of people watch my social media. I have a lot of people that look up to me, and I am incredibly happy about that, and I'm incredibly grateful, because I've learned a lot and I just want to be the guide for everyone else. But it completely slipped my mind. But be yourself. Don't try to pretend to be like me. Don't be like me, be like you. Don't be like someone else. Don't be like your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your uncle, your friend, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. It doesn't fucking matter. Do not be someone else, be you, because that is the only way you'll know who will accept you for you and who will try to change you for someone else that they want you to be. And I learned that I shouldn't have to stick around people that want me to be other people and to change to fit their persona of me and who they want me to be. And I was around a lot of very, very toxic people where they would either tell me to lose weight, that I'm fat, that I'm not lovable, or that I'm too much, I'm too loud, I'm too happy, I'm too optimistic, and they would just cramp my energy. They would just put me down in such negative places. And it's like, I finally learned to communicate it, and I didn't know how, but I took the time and I learned to really speak up for myself, and I learned that I'm fucking powerful, and there are people that will listen to me, and even if someone else won't listen to me, I'll listen to myself, and I don't need someone else to talk to. I can talk to myself, and I'm fulfilled in myself, and I know what I can offer to someone else, and if someone isn't beneficial for me, then they're out of my life. Like, bye. You have no purpose in my life. And that's okay. I don't mean it in a mean way. I just mean it as a, not everyone is for you, and you are not going to be for everyone, and not everyone is going to like you, and that's okay, because personally, I'm a very, very nice person, but I'm also very confident, and people don't know my past. People don't, or like some people they do, and the people that like to hold me accountable of my past are not people that I want in my life, so I will push them out of my life because that's not what I want. And if I know someone can't give me what I want and can't offer me the love, the support, and the loyalty that I want, then they're out. Like, that's easy enough. I know what I'm worth. I know what I deserve. And if you feel like you don't deserve happiness, and you get happiness, but you think that you don't deserve it and that you're gonna lose it, you will. But the universe likes to bless us and give us gifts and gifts in disguise and things that hurt us but help us release them. That is a gift and that is a blessing, because we are now healed from a certain trauma that we were carrying around. So a lot of the time when I need a good cry and need to release something, those are my bad days, because those days I want to have a really good day, but then everything is going wrong to the point where the universe is putting everything in my way to make me want to cry. And a lot of the time, it's always dealing with my car. It's always I have to hit something, and then I just start crying, and it's like, damn, okay. But that's okay, because everyone is gonna have bad days and everyone cries. I feel like no one wants to admit that people get sad, and we will all get sad sooner or later. But if you allow yourself to feel it, those sad days will be less and less and less. But if you continue to bandage it up in a bag and roll it around with you, it is just going to get heavier and heavier, and you're just gonna fall deeper in a depression. But allowing it to get out and speaking to someone about it, anyone, a friend, even a therapist. I know therapy is seen as like something to be fixed, but technically you are being fixed, but you're being healed. You were never broken, and even if you were, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you. And a lot of the times if something happens, we always blame ourselves, and we're always like, oh, what did I do wrong? What is wrong with me? Why did this happen? What can I do to fix this? Because it's always my fault. But that's not true. And once we stop blaming ourselves for everything and taking things personally, then we can just stop overthinking and being stressed about everything. And we only have the present. We only have now. And if we focus on the past and the future, we are manifesting that into the future. So worry about the now, enjoy the now, and then you can continue to enjoy your life. But if you don't, then you're just gonna be stuck in this negative bubble of self-hatred, of hate for the world, of your life, of everything. And I mean, it's all your choice. You can either love your life or you can hate your life. Life is a game. How do you want to play it? So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.